Yo, yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it.
Then again, it may just need a reset. I have found, like, my steering wheel, this Logitech wheel it acts peculiar sometimes. You'll cut the console on, get the game fired up, go to start trying to drive off in a tractor or something, a piece of equipment, and the wheel is so stiff that you got to have both hands to turn it. Reminds me of something that we used to drive back in the 70s that didn't have a power steering pump on. I remember my grandfather had an old 70 model Ford pickup. It didn't have power steering on it. And, you know, as a young teenager, it took both arms to turn that steering wheel, especially if you were, you know, at a dead set still. It just doesn't. I don't know. Maybe it's just my imagination. It was just my imagination. I apologize. I know better. We got this little bit up here. Let's try not to run into the barn red. Man paid good money probably for that horse shed. He don't want you tearing it up. Let's go around this way, so I'm not having to sit up next to that barn. I'll finish off up there. We'll do our headlands real quick.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no control in me. My boss gets so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit.
Oh, there's nothing worse for a smoker than a cigarette that does not want to cooperate.
Have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things. Realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me up. Let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted. So mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I'll take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently, thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. Oh God, adrenaline wasted. So mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad.
I don't like having messy ends. I'll clean this end up.
And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back.
I wasn't very on point with picking it up on every row, so they were sort of slanted. See about getting it cleaned up a little better. also want to make sure that outer row is actually on the field. It ain't nothing worse than getting over here with a baler and it being so close to the edge of the marked field that it won't let you bale it. I reckon if it's happened, I've had it happen before, so I don't like it when it happens. We do our best to keep it from happening. And we'll run a cleanup row here on the mess here on the end. Then we should be ready to come back and bale this stuff up. I'm gonna leave that little bit there just loose. I think you'll be alright. I'll figure it out. Figured it out. Right, buddy. Figure it out. You gotta figure it out. Yeah, I gotta go back to the store. I guess it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and just drag this with me. I gotta go back to the store anyway. Could have done the same with the mowers. It's not like I make better time just because I'm not got anything hooked to me on the back. You know, I catch myself a lot of times doing things on here out of habit. Like, you know, pulling out of a contract field and like, well, we're done with these mowers. I'll just drop them here. They'll collect them when you turn in the contract, you know. But if you're having to go back to the store anyway, why slow down to drop your stuff off? You know, I guess I need to make a new habit out of that. Don't slow down over here to drop something when you got to go to the store anyway. Just go to the store. Take it with you. Drop it there. Change over. Come back. I know. These things drag on and on. But yeah, I told you on episode 1, these things are, I don't see any of them being less than 30 minutes, and that's in the dead of winter when we have shorter days. Right now, 6:30 is going to be our start time. Roughly. And I'll cut the camera at dark because I know it just doesn't make for good content. Depending on what you watch on, you know, after dark, and I love harvesting at dark, but after dark it just doesn't show up as well, you know. So we gotta get as much done as possible during the daylight hours. Let's see if this mirror is on point. Well, that's pretty doggone close. I'll give Giants credit for the Valtra. The Valtra is pretty close to the mirrors being on point. Good job, Giants. Wait a minute. Let me open my calendar and mark the day I told Giants. Good job. Okay. Yeah. I had to make note of that. It happens so seldomly. And y'all don't take that the wrong way. I love the game they produce. It's just a lot of times I run into little things out here and I go, why? Just why? You know, I don't understand. But there again, you know, that it's not like it's people probably my age. It's not my generation that's building this game. It's a younger generation, and bless their hearts. Bless their hearts, they try. But they've never been taught to complete something before you try to make a profit off of it. You know, My generation, we understand that. You you can't sell broken items and expect to take, I don't know, a month off of work because you say, well, I finished it. No, you didn't finish it, Jack, because it ain't working properly. When you finished something, it means you dust your hands off and you go, okay, well, we'll be back and we'll do some maintenance and add some extras later, but right now, hey, it's done. I's dotted, T's crossed, period at every sentence. We're good. This stupid deer floating out over the road. He is floating, isn't he? Or is it? There he goes. Now he's standing on the road. Okay. That was a magic deer, see. He caught me looking, so he had to turn his levitation powers off. Alright, let's turn this big bad baler on. Well, before we turn it on. Okay, we've got those weird fork things to pick these bales up with. And since I don't have a front end loader for my tractor, I guess I could buy one. No, because then I'd also have to purchase a weight. We're just gonna, I was gonna say we'll change bale size. We will. Does this one even? Yeah, it does. You can change bale size, but we're not going to, because what I have noticed is the 150, that's the size you can go up to and still make silage with what they gave me. I can't pick those up very easy with those forks. So we're going to try 125 and see if that makes it any easier for me to pick them up when I get back over here to do that. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that it does. Get settled in on a row here and get going. We'll start taking bets on bells, boys. I'm saying we'll be lucky to get 6, maybe. I don't have to back up that far. Right in there. That'll work. Oh, is that the wrong button combo? Oh, my bad. This got auto unload. La 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 la. Yes, it does. Turn that on. Alright, now let's see if we can rock and roll this bad boy. Because time's ticking and the sun's getting low. I think this 15 times day is going to work. It's going to keep our calendar progressing anyway. That was awful quick. Now it's going to be on my way there, but oh well. Wanted to come back and try to get as much of that row starting as I could. Alright, get that off the screen. 8 mile an hour seems to be a little bit quicker than what I can keep up with the auto unload feature. Let's try 6. Oh. Well, that was weird. Don't know if y'all caught it or not, but I just seen a pause in the game for like a millisecond. Big old metallic green Valtra. Well, I say big old. It's actually the smallest Valtra, I think, that they gave us in game for 22. And a Coon Bowler. All right. That's pretty cool. Look at it took care of. Yeah, I purposely said that too, by the way, because YouTube being the most racist people on the planet, I personally hope that this industry leader in farm equipment files a lawsuit against them for not allowing them to advertise freely on their channel for people that like their equipment. Because heaven forbid, you know, if you're a virtual farmer or a real farmer and you own a bunch of Coon equipment, you're not allowed to speak of it on YouTube. You'll get demonetized. Well, I'm not getting no money, so they can bite it. I need to put the pickup down so it works right. Alright, back at it. I'm sorry. I get squirreled. I get squirreled real quick, man. I'm still wondering about, see, because okay, it's got to be my buttons. As soon as I finish this episode, I will check out. I'll go to my test map and see if it does it on my test map. It may be because I'm running at 15 speed. I'd hate to think that, but it is a possibility. I've never run it 15 times before. I had gotten used to playing it 10 times. But then 10 times doesn't seem quite fast enough. Well, not that it doesn't seem fast enough, it just isn't. I don't want to have to do a lot of editing. I don't want to have to be cutting a bunch out. You know, if you don't want to sit through an hour, don't sit through an hour. Nobody's holding a gun to your head. But if that's what it takes, go forward. If that's what it takes, that's what it takes. I need to concentrate more on what I'm doing and less on what I'm saying. I've made more mistakes while I've been baling this field than I have since 22 came out. It's like my brain don't function on the farming part when my hole is running. Alright, let's get these headlights on. Let's see. I've noticed that when it gets dark, it's easier for me to do from in cab. So we're going to go that route. And my apologies to all of those that hate in cab stuff. I'll be finishing off the baling in cab. Get right here and we'll put that pickup down. And we watch that little marker light in the back, we know when we can take back off again. since they've got the mirrors on the Valtra on point. The one on this side anyway sees the marker light back there. Yeah, you can see it in that one too, so yeah, it works. You got to swing out so that the pickup gets the grass. Then come back in line with the baler. See the little marker light in the mirror, comes down, and Bob's your uncle, and you're back to rolling again. I have backed way out of the accelerator. Well, because one, the field is very bumpy. Two, I don't want to miss anything because it's dark and it'd be easy to leave stuff on the ground. Now I want to get as much of this as I can bailed up. Tomorrow's gonna really be a shit show. Next episode for y'all, tomorrow for me. Tomorrow in game. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'll have to come over here, wrap all of these, and then try to pick them up with those damn forks. Praise be to all you farmers that are virtual farmers. I understand in real life, you do it 4 or 5 times, you get used to it, and Bob's your uncle, it works. On here, in real life, you don't have a collision box. You have a collision. There's not a box. There's a little bit of finagling involved. It doesn't have to be exact. And the sad part about it is when you're dealing with collision boxes and things that have to be programmed in order to do the job here, there's not very much finagling. It's got to be a little bit more exact. And that is a pain in the butt. I believe we probably still have enough grass to get at least one more bale. Maybe 2. But I'm banking on 1. And this up here is where I put the bale right in our way. There was the one that I promised. Let's see what else we can get. If we can get the tire right on the edge. Oh man, let's try it again. Right on the edge, we should be able to scoot it off. There we go. Without much damage to the bell, the tractor, or any of the equipment. And yes, I want to say, if you're still hanging in there at 55 minutes into the video, roughly, I got a timer going while I'm doing this. At 55 minutes in, if you're still here, this is what playing realistically looks like. It's nothing fast to it. It's definitely not a DJ Go Ham kind of thing going on here. See, I forgot all about this row down here, and if y'all saw it and didn't forget about it, guess what? Y'all would have won the bet. Because here's Bell too. Well, I said here's Bell too. There it is. Let's turn off that. I don't mind the automatic bell drop during the daylight. Because I can operate the baler just a tad bit differently. But after dark, when you're having to do little things, it does get aggravating. Go ahead and pick this little bit of loose stuff up. I know it's not going to add up to a bell, but could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Numerous times. I'm looking for grass. I got 86% of a bell done. It'd be awesome if I could get a third bell that I didn't even know I was gonna have. Choo choo choo. Well, that'd be two that I didn't know I was gonna have. There's always little pieces you miss sooner or later. Ah, there's 1, 2, 3. There's a couple of little pieces. We'll grab that one, and we'll fishtail the baler that way, so that we can back the nose around, line up with this. Grab that with the baler. And then we'll do-si-do around. That's the way we can see we got it. And there's another piece right here. And right here. And unfortunately, that's all there is. There ain't no more. Well, no, there's a piece. Spin around over here. There's another piece. Doggone it, 90%. 90%. There it was. That was an hour. Last piece right there. That's all we got. There ain't no more. We'll cut the power off to the baler. There, I don't see anywhere. It's dark out here. Now, I am not going to take the baler back with me. Just in case, because it's so dark I may miss some pieces out here that I can't see very well. So just in case there are those pieces like that, I will park the baler up over here under a tree next to the fence. That way when I get back tomorrow, well, let's not tear the fence down. We'll have to call Gerald out here to fix the fence. Now, told you, I look over this shoulder, it messes me up every time backing up. Americans, I don't know. Well, no, I take it back. This is a proper shoulder in America to look over to back up in a normal vehicle. I don't drive normal vehicles all the time. I drive a big truck, and if Giants would fix their mirrors so that it recognizes when you have the work light on back there. You notice I can see the edge of the baler. It's dark as all devilishly evil can be. That's how dark it is. But when you turn around and look at it, oh, look how bright and red it is. Isn't that nice and shiny? It's got work lights on back there. Mirrors don't recognize work lights. Like I said, love you guys. Love you guys at Giants. Or at least your game, anyway. Alright, folks. I will let y'all head y'all's way. I will bring a close to episode 2. We'll see y'all in the next one, and it'll be daylight again. We'll be headed back over here to the same field, get things belling up, because realism is slow, and I enjoy the crap out of it. So until the next one, man, y'all have a good one. Later.